You want to know what a sign of the times is? Here's a sign of the times. As the wealth gap continues to astronomical proportions, and as people are losing their jobs and they're eaten out of house and home by rising property taxes and everything else, more and more people are becoming homeless. How is the system handling the growing number of people without homes? Exactly like you would expect in a postmodern, fascist, dying society. They're banning the feeding of homeless people. They're banning it in cities all over the country. In Denver, there are videos showing the police ripping blankets away from homeless people in sub-zero temperatures. So I guess that's what the cops really thought they were signing up for when they got the badge and the uniform, is just ripping blankets away from human beings who are probably going to die of hypothermia. Good job, guys. And over in Britain, where they have antisocial laws, in order to crack down on that, the upscale apartments in urban areas, the upscale housing developments, they're putting spikes around the buildings so that the homeless people can't sleep there. Well, now, I saw this, and it really does make me sick in the pit of my stomach and in my heart. This is just very, so hypocritical. It's beyond hypocritical. I'm not sure what the word is. But the San Francisco SPCA is now using what looks like a crappy R2-D2 robot to patrol the sidewalks around its campus and scare away homeless people so that they can't sleep on the sidewalks outside of the SPCA. It's pretty freaking disgusting. San Francisco, man. If any of you live there, I'm sorry if what I'm about to say offends you, but San Francisco just is really a hellhole. It is. I'm trying to think of a way to describe San Francisco without just a tirade of cuss words. We drove through San Francisco on a filming trip for the documentary that we're working on, and we got there really late at night. And it was surreal. It was raining and everything was closed. And every gas station we went to had bars on it. There were no public restrooms to speak of anywhere. And after you've been on the road for hours and hours, you have to pee.
Somewhere, right?
There's a gas station right there.
Let's try that.
It might have an actual bathroom.
Yeah,
It doesn't even look like they have a bathroom in there.
that's true. Well, I thought they were open 24 hours. I thought that was the whole deal.
Why do they make it so hard to go to the bathroom? Just go in someone's yard, I guess. Except there is no yards, I forgot.
Just
Weird.
do it.
Do you know what I had to do to go to the bathroom in San Francisco at midnight? I had to go to a hospital and tell a really sad story to a security guard to be allowed to find a place to legally go pee in San Francisco at night.
There you
Totally
go.
hugged him afterwards because I really had to pee.
So he was like, normally you
He
would
said,
be
oh
in
yeah, no bathrooms in San Francisco. He said that, okay? So, that's the town this is.
Oh, screw this town. Will you take us to the place we gotta go, please?
Yeah.
That's San Francisco for you. They want to charge everyone like $8,000 to live in a closet in San Francisco. And there are articles that come out talking about how people are barely scraping by on six-figure salaries. The kind of salaries that in many other places in the country, people would feel rich if they had that much money. And there, it's barely enough for people to eat on. When we left the city and crossed the Golden Gate Bridge, I realized at that point, there's a whole rest stop area. Like, go to the bathroom only after you go across the whole bridge. You can do it there. But the whole entire parking lot was filled with people who were clearly living out of their cars. Not your average travelers at rest stop areas. People who had all their belongings in their car and are sleeping in their car because they have nowhere else to go. It's insane. Well, now, the SPCA, of all organizations, has started using a robot to scare away homeless people from sleeping on the sidewalks around where the SPCA campus is in San Francisco. And the lady, the president of the SPCA, they interviewed her and she said, well, they really need to do something about this homeless problem. Like, they're not human beings. They're homeless. No, they're human beings who don't have homes. They're not homeless. You know how she would feel if you talked about the doggies and the kitties that way. And so she's got this robot that's going around on the streets. It looks like a roving trash can with lights that she just put a bunch of dog and cat stickers on. And look, there's a little heart because that's their logo, because they care so much about the dogs and cats. They don't give two craps about the human beings. So let's save the dogs and cats, give them all kinds of money, cry every time you hear Sarah McLachlan open her mouth.
Hi, I'm Sarah McLachlan. This holiday season, thousands of innocent, loving animals will be abandoned, left alone to suffer.
But don't save human beings. And I don't know if you can hear this lady in the background in the SUV that pulls up while this guy is filming this thing.
Yep. Well, that's awesome. They have one down at Microsoft and that one's great.
But she goes, "Oh, that's awesome." It's as if people no longer know the difference between basic right and wrong in this society. Gee, lady, the best I got for you is I hope you never fall on hard times. The worst part about this is it doesn't have to be this way. And the rational, awake human beings that are living on this planet in this very bizarre time that we're all living in, the spiritually awakened people, we look around and we absolutely know this does not have to be like this. There's more than enough resources and housing for everybody. But what you get when you look into this, for the people who actually don't turn a blind eye to these kind of things and look into this situation that we're all living in, the end of the road, what you're ultimately going to find is that it's an anti-human system that we're living in. And that's really it. And they could care less about humanity. Suffer and die for all they care, especially if you don't have any money. But the level that we're at, that the SPCA of all organizations is saying, give us money to save the dogs and cats, but oh no, we don't want to look at the blight, the eyesore of the homeless, starving human being that has to sleep on a sidewalk. Ew, that's horrible. Send out the robots. You hypocrites. It's a joke of idiocracy level proportions. So now, as the automation of society continues, as people are losing their jobs to robots, society is literally going to start using robots to get rid of its obsolete humans. Wow.